Welcome to part 2, the installation and mounting of the M2 miner. There are a couple of options for that. They do recommend putting this up on a beam or a pole outside somewhere, raising it as high as you can. It is weatherproof, pretty impressive figures as well. Plus 80 degrees Celsius to minus 40, it's pretty good. So you can comfortably mount this outdoors. They do provide you with a bracket, just requires a flat screwdriver, medium size if you're going to be mounting it outdoors on your pole somewhere or on a satellite pole sharing the dish space or something to that effect. I'm going with the indoor mount for now. I'm going to run it as a test. So I'm just going to be using a double-sided tape to stick it up against the glass and need a cutter just to be able to cut some sizes there. Anything else you're going to need is that same screwdriver you used to take the panel off at the back. I would recommend downloading the app at this point, the Data Dash app. Once you've done it, I'm on Android. This is what it'll look like before you get started, because you're going to need to scan the QR code that's in the back of the, or visible in the open panel on the unit itself. Once you get to this point, I'd recommend reading the instructions again. They are nice and clear, pretty straightforward, and if you just follow them, you shouldn't have any problems whatsoever. So we've already opened up here. I've already scanned the QR code and have managed to link up with the MatchX system. From this point going forward, you can see it does have some lettering on there, so just make sure you put the correct antenna on. You have the G. You can see that, and it has a G on the back or the bottom of the antenna itself. Screws are nice and easy. Don't overdo it. Just a nice little nip. And this has low on it, or an L, depending on what ships for you. Just straight onto the L connection. And that takes care of that. It now suggests plugging the cables in to help me with my location. So on the cable lengths, 2 meters on the short one, or 6'6", and 16 foot on the long one, so about 5 meters. I'll be using the short one for the connection between the router and the supplied power module, as I need the extra length to run the unit from the router to the window where I'm going to mount it. So I'll start that now. You can see it's got the LAN port clearly marked, clips in nice and snug, and this will go into the back of the router. Pretty straightforward. From here, I'll be plugging the longer cable in to the PoE port on the unit, which means that's going to power over the Ethernet. At this point, I would advise threading your cap through, or your base cover, so that you don't forget that if you are going to be making use of this. Some people, I know, if they just have it standing, they keep it open, and then this will get in the way. It might stand on a shelf near a window or something to that effect. As I'm going to be mounting mine, I'm going to put it all in. So I've threaded it through, and it does have this little weatherproofing stop as well. I find the easiest way to do this is to just fit it and then kind of just manhandle it in a little bit. Just trying to thread it through doesn't seem to work as well, and it does just clip into place once you're ready. I'm going to leave this open because we want to take a look at the power lights as they come on and off, so we can make sure that the system does work, and those we'll have a look at. We'll be able to see them in here. So I'll go ahead and plug this in now. And last step is just to plug in the power supply. Okay, I have my power supply on the wall. That is plugged in, and we should start to see some lights any second. There we go. Now, to follow along this, the other guide does have the color coding of what the lights indicate to you. Steady blue is busy booting at the moment, and then we should get some blinking lights. This will give you an idea more or less how long it takes as well. It doesn't take too long to get your steady green if your internet is all sorted, stable and connected. Once I had this set up, I did have a look at it on the app itself, and it takes about half an hour, 30 minutes to register before you see the offline goes to online status. So there we've got fast blinking, which means Supernode connection is okay, and the service is not yet running. Shouldn't take too much longer. What we're looking for is a steady green, and it's internet okay, SN connection okay. And there we go. So the connection is okay. So from here on out, all I've got to do now is just cover it up, cut some two-sided tape, and stick it to the window. So I'm going to slowly work this one up. Clip straight back in, and then just putting those two screws back in again at the bottom to secure it, the cover plate. Okay, all that's left now is just to cut some double-sided tape. I'm just going to put it on these two bits over here, and that should be sufficient. This thing is so light, it's just got no weight whatsoever, so we don't really need much at all. Get yourself some decent two-sided tape. I've had this one for a long time. Righto. I'll just pull these bits off and mount it on the window. That should take care of the installation, and we'll take a look at how the app is affected. So there's my window. Oh, pretty straightforward. There, I'll sort all the cabling and that out, as you can see more or less what sort of a distance you get to run, and that should be up and running. Take a quick look at the app. I had some issues with it. I must admit I got hold of technical just because when I signed up, I'm in Asia, Middle East. It doesn't like it out here too much, so I had to re-register under a different Supernode. And once I did that, it became quite clear and connected easily enough. So this is the screen you'll be faced with when you want to sign in. You do have to register with your email address, and I'll clear all this out. And once that is done, it should and that is it. They were in. Now you can see I have had it mining. I did have it set up for a short while. I had to redo this video just because of some technical issues on the first one. And it's been mining for probably about 48 hours now. $23 worth it's been mined, and there you can see the tokens, 728 tokens so far. It does give you the map of your location and your various wallets. You can see MXC mined, DHX, which is different token that you can mine through it. I think that's where the value is as well, and everybody kind of goes for this one. And obviously Bitcoin not mining just yet, but I believe it's imminent. It should be coming, possibly an announcement this week sometime. You can take a look at your miner. When you come to this page, you may have to add your miner. Once you've scanned in the code, it will automatically register. You just hit the plus button, add your miner, and this is the online offline status that you see over there. That took about a good 30 minutes for me before it was online. Again, contacted MXC group through Telegram, Foundation group, and the service was amazing. So I found that out in next to no time and it was up and running. So that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you've found it helpful and interesting. If you want to see further updates on the proceeds, profitability, and movement perhaps of the miner to various locations, subscribe and hit us a like, and we will keep you up to date with the progress of this miner and other projects that we get involved in. So from us, from the side, until next time, take care.